La ilaha illallah. We all know that the only true Rabb, the only true Lord and Provider is Allah. He never does any injustice to His servants. He never does any injustice to His slaves. He gave us the choice, obey me or disobey me, and you choose to live a life of disobedience to God, then the criterion, according to Allah, of what is good and what is evil, of what is right and what is wrong, of what is the good manners and the bad manners, is whether you obey Him or not. That is the criterion that Allah has sent down. He is the one who decides. You know, a friend of mine, he said, if you don't want to worship Allah alone, find a place where you can breathe air that's not Allah's air. Find a place where you can eat food that's not Allah's food. Find a place where you can find drink that's not Allah's drink. Go see if you can find it if you don't want to worship Allah alone without any partners. Will you find such a place? You will never find such a place. Surely, La ilaha illallah. There is nothing that is truly worthy of worship except Allah. On the day of judgment, a man will stand in front of Allah. And Allah will say to him, if you had everything in the earth, all the wealth of the earth, and you had it twice over, will you ransom it now to save yourself from the hellfire? This man will say, yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. Allah will say to him, I asked you for less than that. I asked that you should worship me and worship me alone and not make any partners and not make any rivals with me. That is all Allah is asking. That we should worship Him and worship Him alone and not make any partners or rivals with Him. Let me give you another example. Let's go back to the business. Imagine you had someone in your business and you asked them to paint your office white. Now you have a special reason. You have hired the best designers. You have a special reason. And anyway, you say, paint my office white. And that person paints the office bright pink. Will you be happy with that? Will you? You said to him, paint it white, and he paints it pink. You say, why did you paint it pink? I told you to paint it white. Oh, I thought pink would be nicer. I thought pink would be nicer. I paid you to paint the office white. Why did you paint it pink? This is the example of the person who works for Allah, believes in Allah, but they don't worship Allah the way that Allah told them. They think they can invent their own way to worship Allah. They can invent their own religion. Do you think Allah will accept that from them? Certainly you will never accept that. You will never accept that from anybody. Except maybe you are ignorant. But Allah is not ignorant. Allah knows what He wants from us. He knows what is best for us. When He commands us, it is possible that I as a boss could make a mistake and the painter might know better than me. This is not possible with Allah. Allah, it is impossible that Allah will guide us with anything except the truth and what is best for us. So how then will you expect a reward from Allah and blessings from Allah when Allah commands you with something and you do something different? This is the example of the person who believes in God, in Allah, but they worship Him any way they fancy. Let me give another example of the business. Imagine in the business, you decide, I am going to now restructure the business. I need a new management team, and I need some new rules in place in order to help us keep up with present-day technology. So you send a new manager and the new manager gives new instructions about how everyone should behave in the office, what are the new rules in the office, what is the new way of behaving. Imagine half the people in the office say, no, we're not going to follow the new rules, we're going to stick with the old rules that were there before. Do you think you would accept this from your people? Would you accept that from them? Would you? I don't think so. And imagine these people who said, no, we're going to follow the old management system. We're going to follow the one that came before. We don't want this new one. Even though the boss has sent the manager to re-implement it. No. And imagine they're very nice. They make tea for everybody. They look after the old ladies. They're very nice. They're very kind. They're very good. Would this be any benefit for them? Would it do anything for them? No, in fact, you may even consider these people to be more troublemakers. At least if they were, rebelling and open and they were saying, no, we're not going to do it, but they're being nice and they're trying to bring everyone to their... They're going to try and get these people who follow the new management system to come back to follow the old one which the boss has cancelled. Can you guess what this is the example of? This is the example of Allah sending a new prophet. And the new prophet has come with a new book and a new religion. But the people say, no, I'm going to stick with that old book and that old religion that was sent before. And they even try and bring the people out of Islam back to Christianity or Judaism. A'udhu billah. Is this good? Or is this evil? You tell me in the sight of Allah, do these people deserve His reward or do they deserve His punishments? You just have to look into your own life. You just have to be sensible. And you see the example is there before you. I have one other example to give as well. Imagine in your company, you establish a pension scheme. A pension scheme. It's very simple. You say to everyone, okay, look, all you have to do is give me 5% of your wages. I am paying you to work for me. Just give me 5%. That 5% I will take it and I will invest it and you will see. When you retire, you'll have more money than you can even imagine. So invest in the pension scheme. Or you can keep the money for yourself. It's up to you. Now let me ask you a question. If you have been working in this company for all that years and you did not invest in the pension scheme, you kept the money for yourself, and when you retire and you've got nothing left, do you think you have a right to go to the boss and say, now give me my pension? Have you got the right to say that? No. The boss will say to you, but I told you, if you want to reap the benefits of the pension, you have to invest in the pension. If you want to enjoy your money then, you enjoy it then. You made your bed, lie in it. This is the example, my brothers and my sisters, of those people who do good deeds, but they do their good deeds only for the dunya. Allah says, invest. Invest your deeds in the akhirah. Just give some of your time, some of your money. Aqimus salah, wa atu zakah. Establish the prayer. Give the zakah. Give some of your time and money. And I will give you paradise. I will give you the rewards. How can you come on the Yawm al-Qiyamah, on the Day of Judgment, and say, oh, where's my paradise? You didn't work for paradise. You worked for the dunya. You got your dunya. You got your car, you got your house, you got your dunya. Don't ask for akhirah when you are work for dunya. You know the beautiful thing is, alhamdulillah, when you follow Islam and when you follow Allah's guidance, you get the dunya and you get the akhirah. Alhamdulillah. So this is the example. Yes, people may do good deeds, but if your intention and your doing of good deeds is only for this world and the things of the world, how on earth can you expect that you will get the benefit and reap the rewards in the life to come? My dear brothers and sisters, a choice is before every single one of us. Allah has laid out the path for us. The path to paradise and the path to hellfire. The path to joy and bliss, the path to destruction and devastation. Choose. You must choose which path to take. You must choose which way you are going to take. It's up to you. The choice is yours. Allah is just. Believe me. Subhanallah. Nobody who is in the hellfire, not one person who is in the hellfire, will believe even for a second that Allah has done injustice to them. They will know. Every person in the hellfire will know that they are there because they chose to be there and they chose to live their life in a way that will take them to hellfire. This is why they are there. This is why they are there, because they chose to live their life that way. This is the choice